How do you get over someone? You'll try a million things, but the only real answers are time and or eternal sunshine of the spotless mind eyeing them. Just watch this movie. Such a great film that I took too long to watch. Maybe you watched it already and you just eternal sunshined yourself. You're always gonna carry that weight. Time will strengthen your back. It's been 2 years. I still think about it every single day. I'm unsure if this makes sense, but now it hurts on the inside. I still dream about her. Still wish I could've done something to save the relationship. In my eyes she was the love of my life, and I'm honestly scared that I'll never get over her. I wish I could stop thinking about her for just one day. Just one. Nobody knows about it. I suffer alone. Same. I ducked it up. Though. All my fault. It makes the weight that much harder to bear. Don't listen to sad songs or the songs you both like. It will scratch your heart every time. Edit. Thanks for my first award. Good thing my ex had shit taste in music. Hey you would thanks for the showering of gold kind redditor. There's going to be good days, and there's going to be bad days. I used to convince myself that I didn't think of him anymore. But the truth was I thought of him every day. Until I didn't. People say you need time. But you also need patience. Just when I thought I was finally getting over him, I started to dream of him. I would wake up in tears because of how angry I was that I was doing so good on moving on. Yet all it took was one 15-second dream to pull me back 20 steps. But in order to move on, you have to let yourself feel every emotion and have patience. This is exactly what is happening to me right now. It is frustrating. I was doing better. Now I dream about her every night since a few nights, and it makes each start of my day a sad one. I improve during the day, and then the cycle repeats itself. I wanna reach out and talk every morning, but I know it would only make it worse for me. Tears and time. It takes a while, but you will eventually figure out whether you actually miss them or the idea of them. Okay, so you figured out that you miss them, not just the idea of them. What's next? I'm reading these replies with interest. Today would have been our 14-year anniversary if he hadn't ended it last year. I think it's so hard because I'm so close to his family and still see them. I can't cut them out of my life. And yet it means I'll always have reminders of him. I don't want to find someone else. I'm never letting myself be destroyed again. I just want to get over him. Edit. Thank you everyone for your kind words. I know I'll be okay. I've got a great brother and sister who look out for me. I'm very lucky. The reason I'm close to his family was because he worked away a lot and I saw more of them than he did. After 13 years they consider me part of their family. Edit 2. Thank you so much to whoever gave me the award. It's my first ever one, so I've got the warm and fuzzies. It's made my day. Stop trying too hard to get over. When I had my first breakup, I tried too hard to distract myself and everything kept reminding me of her. The point being, if you feel sad, it's okay. If you miss them, it's okay. If you feel jealous seeing them with someone else, it's okay. If I could go back and do one thing differently was self-love. I did not love myself enough and kept thinking about what I could have done better. Now I'm old enough to realize that relationship is two people and you can't keep it together just by yourself. It has already been suggested here. Love yourself more. Get healthy. Fit or learn a new hobby. Do something you always wanted to do but were too preoccupied to do before. Time. Time plus active life. It helps to be socially, physically, intellectually, creatively active and growing. This builds new layers of experiences and memories which help bury the past and gives rise to opportunities to recover from those old wounds and move forward embracing new things, places, and people. Time alone isn't enough. The old hurt can remain close to the surface without piling on a well-lived life on top of what you want to leave behind. It's not a way to compartmentalize. It's more about embracing your own life and living it rather than letting a trauma kneecap you and causing it to hurt you in the long run. Bad things happen, but you have to keep moving forward to get to the other good things you shouldn't miss out on. I'm in my 50s So I've gone through some of this and dealt with it both ways. Moving forward is the better way. Look mate, I got divorced 4 months ago and here's what I've learned through lots of thought and pain. You won't. Don't let that discourage you though. The more it hurts, the longer it takes to get over someone, the more you know you cared about that person. I don't know your situation, so I can't be specific. But what helped me was not turning away from that pain. You need to face whatever fear, loss, anger, sorrow, pity, anxiety, or loneliness you feel, and question why you feel this way. What about this person do you miss? What did this person bring into your life or relationship that made you happy? And then you have to realize that all those same actions, thoughts, and feelings the other person gave you, you can self-generate that same energy. Just because they are gone doesn't mean you can't learn from them and become a better and happier person without them in your life. Be happy that it happened, not sad because it's gone. IDK if I'm rambling or not. I just want to help if I can. Accept the things you cannot change. That includes people. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's funny, when we get heartbroken we act like there is limited option. How you get over someone, yo don't, it become part of you. Like I said, world is full of option. You meet new people and then you realize that there is all kind of people. Some are going to hurt you, some going to save you, some going to be true friend, some going to envy you on her success, some going congrats you etc. You don't know who is going play which character in your life. Like there is this quote by Raina Mariah, let everything happen to you beauty and terror just keep going no feeling is final. I read a quote from a psychologist not all that long ago that said something like, make sure when you are replaying back all the memories in your head, that you play the whole documentary and not just the highlight reel. I thought that was some good advice. It can be easy to just play back the good memories, but don't forget all the reasons they weren't right for you also. As someone who let a breakup dictates of my life, here's my advice. 1. Realize that the breakup is a good thing. If the other person couldn't realize what a rock star you are, now you are free to find someone who will. 2. As others have said, don't listen to sad songs or songs that remind you of them. 3. Don't believe the lie that you'll never find love again, or that you're unlovable. It's a big, fat lie. 4. Don't beat yourself up over it. 5. For me, getting rid of their stuff that I still had helped. Years later I found a book she had given me for my birthday with a handwritten note inside. Seeing it hurt, but it felt cathartic throwing it away. 6. Change your environment. I'm not saying move, you can if you want, but rearrange your living space. I moved after my breakup, lease was up, and found a better place, and realized how good it felt. It's a cliche, but just do you. Figure out who and what you are, what you want, and what you lack, and what you can give. Why do you need a partner? Why do you want a partner? What happened with this one? What were your wrongs, and what were their wrongs? It doesn't matter if you're 13, 23, 33, 43, or 53. If you never figure yourself out and be content or at least understand who you are, there's a good chance you'll never meet the right person, or be the right person for others. There'll always be that void of loneliness and itch that's never been scratched. Because you don't even know what you need, or what you can give. If you're a young person, take this time to be someone of genuinely value to yourself. That'll naturally make you a person who can provide for others as well. Learn skills, pile on knowledge, and develop your physical traits. Start working on all that and time will fly. You'll meet someone before you realize it's been months, years, since the breakup, and you'll see how far you've come. Time. Use generously in all your food seasoning, and you should start feeling better within a couple of years. r/homonym. I assume you mean like an ex. For me, I had to understand that there are many people in the world, each with their own stories and life experiences that you can learn from. It became exciting for me to meet people again, realizing there's a new story to be heard. A hard part was feeling I had to drop all memories I shared with that person, like it was time wasted. But that's not true. Those memories can still be happy thoughts and learning points. Maybe it didn't work out with them, but you still had fun, and that's never time wasted. I look back at those times and smile rather than tear up, because I had a great time living in the moment. Sorry if this isn't a giant help, but do please keep your head up. Life still has many more opportunities for new memories that you can look back on in the future with a smile. I like your positive attitude. Thanks. I'll try to remind myself of your comment next time I feel bad and miss my ex. Block them everywhere you have a connection. Start something new that you always wanted to try. Art, dance, yoga, tai chi, a sport, or take a class or a course. Immerse yourself in something new is the idea. Second, dance. I started dancing after a rough patch and it's changed my life. Edit. In fact, anything that helps you express yourself, i.e., playing an instrument, drawing, etc. I love you, Francine. If you were with me, you wouldn't be here in this strip club, shaking it for dollar bills. Block them from our social media, so you are not tempted to stalk them. Booze helps initially, but it is a lonely companion. Find friends that will help you heal and vent your feelings. Start dating again, but don't feel pressured to be in a relationship again. Figure out what you want and realize that your ex may not be the perfect fit for you anyhow. This is what worked for me. Not contacting him anymore at all was the best help. But then flirting with strangers started making me feel better too. Harmless fun for everyone, and a confidence booster. I repeat to myself like mantra, you miss the feeling of being loved, not the person. It's been almost 2 weeks since my ex dumped me, when it should have been the other way around. I've definitely been grieving a lot. We dated for nearly 6 years. We've made 6 in less than a month. I can't give you much advice though, but I can tell you my experience so far. I'll definitely start with blocking them on social media. Cut all ties if possible. This was what I did immediately after he hung up. I couldn't even think about wanting to stalk his profile because I did not want to know what he was up to. Ignorance is truly bliss at this point. The only thing I don't have my ex blocked on is his phone number, because unfortunately, I still have some things left at his house. I also don't think it's necessary to block his phone number, as I have no reason to talk to him, since he no longer wanted me. If I were to text him, nothing would come out of it. Plus, if there was some sort of emergency on his end and he had no one to contact, I would be available to contact. Then again though, if you feel that you don't need their number anymore, or that you think you'd try calling/texting them, then block it if you'd like. Especially if you think you're gonna drunk call them. Those usually don't end up so well. Lol, I think I'm finally starting to transition out of that grievance stage, and I'm now entering the acceptance stage. Finally realizing that yes, we are over, and yes, I need to move forward with my life. But definitely take all the time that you need to grieve, because I'm not over him at all. I still love him, but as everybody has told me, those feelings will fade in time. I think what's really helping me is to vent to those who are willing to listen, and to focus on myself. I devoted 5 years of my time to a relationship, and now that I'm single, I have all this time to devote to myself instead. I've really started to buckle down on my goals and things I've been holding off on, which helps to keep my mind off of the breakup. Hopefully this helps in some way. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people break up during the pandemic, which is sad, but hey, shit happens. Well, be just fine up. Hang in there. Sending you lots of hugs and love. 3. You're going to miss the memories the most, and you're going to sometimes wish they were with you in some point shortly after. But there's a reason couples break up. You're going to miss your mind's representations of them. Maybe in your mind they were perfect and loving, but in reality you two were beginning to have too many arguments. One thing that helps me is whenever I miss my ex, I would start thinking about the person she became right before we broke up. In my mind I was thinking about how we were at the midpoint, when we were dumb freshmen just trying out life and being comfortable with each other. But in reality near the tail end both of us were worn out from our issues. So I would not want to be with who she has definitely became today. Pick up a sport, read, go out with your friends, and if you don't have any, find a little group of people on a meetup app and see how it goes. And on the bright side, you have more money in your wallet now. So spend that shit on pizza and beer and enjoy your damn self. Sadly, just time. Spend time getting your life in check. Just focus on making your life better, and in time you miss them less and life is so good that you just get to be happy, alone. Then someone will come into your life, and because you worked on yourself it will make life easier. Rejection doesn't mean you aren't good enough, it means the other person failed to notice what you have to offer. Mark and the people who reject you are just wingmen for your dream partner. Close bracket. Sometimes, I like to think about the good old days. Back then, I never even knew this person existed. I sure as hell can live without him now. For me at least, it helps. Definitely not a miraculous cure for the pain, but it's nice to try. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.